Hey everyone, welcome to this video. It's been a hot minute. I mean, it's 2021 now. I know I've not been around much lately. Where have I been? Where have I been? I've been right here just doing life. But now my mind is totally set on making for Valentine's Day. I don't know, just the mood super hit me. So you're probably gonna see a lot of Valentine-y things coming out from me. So I'm super excited to share just not a hard project at all, just fun and pretty. It is a Valentine little giftable, just really cute little way to hold some pretty candy and have an excuse to make a tag. That's kind of basically where it's at for me right now. So I'm going to show you how to make the little vellum pocket. Oh man, vellum, do you not just love vellum? I'm telling you, anything is beautiful with vellum. So make sure you got yourself a stash because the vellum is not going away for a while. Oh, they just smell so good. And they're so pretty. Anyways, Minc is in the house and I tried and had a little bit of fun with laminating sheets. I'd never done that before. And so I'm just gonna share with you a couple of ideas and I hope that you're inspired to take these ideas and go with them to even more possibilities, because that's what creativity is all about. Just have fun. So I talk through all the parts and then I just kind of process through putting it all together. So here we go. Okay, so today we're going to play around with this little Valentine goodie bag. You can see here, let me just kind of walk through what's going on here, and then we're going to walk through making it. This top tag is a laminate Valentine digital cut. So what I've done here, I grabbed this file from Heidi Swapp Valentine digital bundle. So I pulled that Valentine into my Silhouette software and cut the Valentine using the glue sheets from the Surface Pad I'm going to show you in a second. And once that was foiled with rose gold, then I laminated it with the Minc machine in between laminate sheets, which you can find even at a office supply store. Then I had this little sweet heart that I cut, punched it out of a solid piece of champagne foil. I'll show you what that looks like too. And then this Forever little tag there is from Art Walk definition stickers. And then I just had a little sequin in my stash. Tied that all together with this vellum pocket that I'm going to show you how I made. It's got these prettiest little M&Ms inside. Okay, so I really can't account for how great they taste, but they're really pretty, and right now that's what matters. I used some seam binding that I had and colored it with Tattered Rose Distress ink, and it just came out. It's this really beautiful blush. I love how it complements everything. So you can see here, I have this little pattern paper. It's from Art Walk as well. And you can attach it to your strings or not. Either way, it's really pretty. I just wanted to kind of give a little more definition to the foiled Valentine I had on there. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to want to do is make the vellum pocket. Super easy thing to do, especially if you have a We Are Memory Keepers pocket punch board. I love all the punch boards. I really do use them all quite a bit. And so let's play with this one here for a little bit. What I have done is grabbed a piece of vellum from the Minc Surface Pad. And in this surface paper pad, I've talked about this before, I've used this quite a bit, and anyone who listened to me, I'm all, you gotta have the surface pad. So it includes several sheets of vellum and several sheets of toner paper, and then my favorite thing are these glue sheets. Can you hear that texture on there? You can't feel it, I get that. So you're gonna have to just grab this and play, and we'll be using the glue sheets in a moment. But in the meantime, I'm going to grab a piece of vellum. Included with the punch board are instructions for what size to cut your paper based on what size you want your pocket to be. And then you have this numerical grid here and this alpha grid here. And it also tells you how to and where to put the little pegs. And what's great, and not that I know anything about this, but there's arrows on here. So make sure your arrows are actually pointing to the paper or the vellum or whatever the medium is that you're cutting. So I know that I am going to need a 7 by 5.5 piece of paper to make my 3.25 by 4-inch pocket. You can make numerous sizes of pockets. This is just the size that I happen to want to have for when I make my little M&M pocket pouch. Okay, so this is going to line up in here. You're going to take your cutter and cut this corner out, and you're going to flip it over here, and you're going to cut this corner out. And then you're going to repeat for the other few corners that you have left. So just flip your paper over, get those extra pieces of vellum out of your way because they just tend to be in the way. You won't need them. And flip it again, and then you're going to have, and you're going to kind of see already the makings of this little pocket template, right? All right, so now you can see where we're going here, right? You can keep this, well, it's easier actually if you take it out of the punch board and then open up these 2 extending score pieces. Do you like all my technical terms? I'm really great about the technical terms. And then it's very self-explanatory. You just follow the score lines for the 4 sides here. And then you crease it to make your pocket. And it's that easy. And so this little cutie little punch board just sits on my shelf, and I have it ready to go for any, whether I'm making pockets for my planner, pockets for, sending a card in the mail, because it'll make an A2 size envelope pocket if you need. I mean, it doesn't have to just be a pocket. It can be an envelope too. Okay, so what I've done here is folded along the score, the 4 sides, and you just gotta be careful with your creases because vellum can be a little tricky. So a couple things you can do here for adhering the flaps down. I've used double sticky tape. Right now, I'm looking for it here in my stash. Right now, I'm just a little bit of a fan of this Smart Craft Glue. It's a wet adhesive, obviously. I didn't used to ever use a wet adhesive, but scrapbook.com came out with this, and then I tried it, and I'm a little happy with how it works out. So I'm afraid I might have got my glue a little extended there. I want to make sure it's not going to be attaching my flaps to my pocket, because that would not work out. And then I just need to pull up this flap here so that the M&Ms don't fall out, because we can't have that. And that will glue dry, and it will glue clear. And then in the meantime, while that is drying, I'm just going to set it aside, and we're going to get started on the Minc tag. All right, what I did next is I took the glue sheet from the Surface Pad, and through my silhouette machine, I cut the Valentine out on like a 3x4 piece of the glue paper. And I'm going to pull that out of here. It's a very thin piece. I even tried to give it a little more width, but it's one reason why you've seen on the actual tag, I went ahead and laminated it. Now, it can be pieced and put onto a tag instead. That would be great. Just use a delicate amount of glue and do that. But in the meantime, we're going to run this through the machine, and I'm going to show you just how beautiful that turns out. Okay, so I have set up my Minc machine. I've set it to 3. It's heated up, so my green light's solid, and it's ready to now foil. I have the glue sheet Valentine cut sitting on my carrier folder here. I'm going to cover it up, foil side up with the rose gold foil. And we're just going to speed this up and let this run through the machine. All right, and this is how this is going to look like once the foil's done. Again, you have a really delicate piece here. That's okay, just take your time with it and realize anything and everything can be glued down to the tag, even if maybe something isn't quite as attached as you'd like it to be. So I'm going to take that off of there, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. Remember how on our Valentine treat bag we had the champagne heart? Well, this is all that requires to make a gold embellishment, or gold embellishment. It is gold, but the actual foil is champagne. So this is just a cut off of glue paper, and I am just going to foil it like I would foil anything, if that makes sense. So I'm going to cover it up also with the champagne foil side up, and run it through the machine, and then you're going to see we're just going to have a solid piece of the glue paper. And now it's ready to just cut out, or to trim out, or to make a tab, or whatever you decide you want to have foiled. This is a great way to do that. All right, so this is still beautiful, even in its reveal. It's just the glue paper just makes for this beautiful application of foil. And I have an old punch here, so don't go and try and find this heart punch. I wish it was still available, but it is not. I'm just gonna demonstrate that, punch out your shape, whatever you desire, and you have a beautiful champagne foiled embellishment for your treat bag. All right, I'm going to speed up this video, put a little music on, and you can watch as I process through making the rest of this Valentine gift. All right, and that's how we put that tag together, just one way. There's several ways. I have the other option here where I foiled the whole entire negative piece and made a tag out of it too. So super pretty, no matter which way you do it when you're using this Minc machine. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you don't subscribe already, I would love for you to. All the supplies are linked below, and I'll see you in the next video.